the unit circle. Clear, visual, and practical, this presentation will show how angles, coordinates, and trig functions connect to the unit circle. Expect concise definition, example problems, and diagrams you can use to reason quickly. What is unit circle? The unit circle is a circle centered at the origin with radius 1. Its equation is x squared plus y squared equals 1. Every point, x and y, on the circle corresponds to an angle measured from the positive x-axis, a natural bridge between geometry and trigonometry. So, why it matters? It let us define sine and cosine as coordinates and derive identities visually, and the uses of angles evaluation, solving trig equation, and modeling periodic motion. A unit circle can help you see the relationship between the sine and the cosine coordinates of angles along with the measurement in angles of radian. To understand the unit circle, we can use the ASAP, or stands for all, subtract, add, and prime. Ang pasabot sa all, dapat kailangan nimo mahibalaan ang nakabutang sa first quadrant, pareha aning example. And sa second quadrant abot is subtract. Kailangan rin mo siya minusan og 1 ang naa sa first quadrant, then minusan mo siya 1 para sa second quadrant niya butang parehas ngani. Para makuha nato ni siya ang denominator sa first quadrant, ato lang siyang minusan og 1 para makuha nato ang numerator sa second quadrant. So pareha ni 6 minus 1 equals 5. So kaning 5 i-copy lang nato, then copy lang gyapon nato ang 6. So kani siya pareha ra gyapon ni 4 minus 1 equals 3, then copy lang gyapon. And kaning isa last is 3 minus 1 equals 2, copy lang gyapon. And move on ta sa third quadrant, and kani siya is add ang sa denominator sa first quadrant, addan lang nato siya og 1 para ma-equal sa numerator sa third quadrant. Same lang ni siya sa second quadrant pero add para sa aning 6 plus 1 equals 7. So copy lang nato ni siyang 7 and copy lang yapon nato ning siyang pi. Then so on na din siya, pang add lang na siya og 1. And the last one is the prime number na naa siya sa fourth quadrant. So the kaning last quadrant is mag-ano lang siya og mga prime numbers. Ang kaning sa fourth quadrant is dapat mag-start siya og mga prime numbers like 3, 5, 7, or 11. So what is angles in standard position? It is when its vertex is at 0, 0 and the initial side lies on the position x-axis. Positive angles rotate counterclockwise, negative angles rotate clockwise. Example angles 40 degree, 160 degree, and negative 20 degrees. So, na ko ipakita ang example ani niya. So, let's draw a angle in standard position. So, let's start with the initial side. This is the initial side. Initial. Initial nasa right. A, Y, and X. So, ano siya itong initial side. If mag-rotate ta diri agikan sa taas, rotate ta padulong sa taas. This is a positive. If diri ta sa pikas, mag-rotate. This is negative. Una siya. If maghimo ta diri og dira siya mag-end. So, ano siya? Ganito na siya bilahin. Then, ang kanisiya, mo ni ang iyang tinatawag na terminal side. Hinamdaman nyo ani kay if diri siya patuyok sa taas, positive. If alternate siya, negative. Isa na pagka-example. Example 60 degree. So, himatag quadrant plane. And, syempre, diri kita permanente sa 0 and 90 degree. So, syempre, 60 man, syempre, nagi na siya diri. Nagi na siya diri. Point na to. And then, itong siyang i-arrow na siya. Ano siya ang 60 degree. So, maghimo tag lahi nga example. Kaya ni, negative 330. So, always good ta mag-start sa atong initial side. So, start with tag 0. So, opposite man, negative. So, sa baba ta. Negative 90 degree. 180 degree. Negative 270 degree. And, finally, negative 360 degree. So, sa baba ta mag-start. Like, ano siya. 330. So, ano siya. And negative 330 degree.
Focus on common angles, multiples of 35-degree angle, 45-degree angle, 60-degree angle, and 90-degree angle of quadrantal angles, or so on and so forth, 90-degree angle, and land of the axis, and produce simple coordinates. Visualizing these angles makes memorizing trig values intuitive. So quadrantal, axis point with coordinates like 1.0 or 0.-1. Special, 30-degree angle, 45-degree angle, and 60-degree angle give the exact radical amount of this number here. So coordinates of special angles, each point have a x and y on the unit circle, correspond to cos, sin, and other key coordinates. So 0-degree angle, which is 1.0, 90-degree angle is 0.1, 180-degree angle is negative 0.0, 270-degree angle is 0.1, and so on and so forth. So defining the sin and cos for angle T in standard position, where the thermal side meets the circle at x and y, which is the cos Tx, the x coordinator, and the sine Ty, the y coordinate. So these definitions extended trigs beyond right triangles with to all real angles. So, as we can see there are special and quadrantal angles. So the quadrantal angles, these are the 0 and 90-degree angle. They sit exactly on the 6 or y-axis. Their coordinates on the unit circle are sample like 1.0 or zero point 0.1. So while the special angles, these are the 30, 45, 68-degree angle. There are the coordinator used in nice radicals like the numbers right there instead of messy decimals.
Hello guys, good day. I am Engine Cadet Christian Martinez. Today I'm gonna tackle about the Pythagorean identity and the unit circle and the compute cos t. So first is the unit circle. So the unit circle is a circle centered at the origin at 0, with a radius of 1. Excuse me guys. Any point of x and y on this circle satisfies the equation of x squared plus y squared equals 1. In trigonometry, for any angle 1, the x coordinate represents cos t, and the y coordinates represents the sin t. So let's proceed to the Pythagorean identity. So because every point of the circle must satisfy x squared plus y squared, we can substitute the trigonometry functions to get the fundamental identity. So here's the formula guys that I prepared. So this is the formula. I mean that's the given. So this is the formula. So this formula is cos squared t times t plus sin squared times t is equals to 1. So this formula is extremely powerful if you know the value of the sin, the sin t or the cos t. You can always find the other the other the other provided you know which quadrant and angle is in to determine the correct sign, positive or negative. So let's proceed for the given. I mean the example. So as you can see here, guys, this is the given. Wait, guys, this is the given. So yeah, here is the given. As you can see, the sin times t is equals to 3 over 7. And the first step you need to do is to identify the sign. In quadrant second, the x values cosines are negative and the y value signs are positive. Since we are solving for the cos t, in our final result must be negative. So second is to substitute into identity. So he's gonna do, you guys, is into wait, cost. Sorry guys, I don't have any mouse, so I use only laptop without the mouse. So this is p plus 3 over 7 squared. This is equals to 1. Then, and after this guys is you need to solve it. So just copy the cos squared, cos squared times t. This is t, guys. This is t plus 9 over 49. So some of you guys may ask, where did I get this? It's because the square root of 3 is 9, while the square root of 7 is 49. So it's equals to 1. That's how you do it. So the second is to, the third is to solve for the cos t. So wait guys, just gonna undo this one. Oh my gosh. Wait. So for the good. So the third is to solve the for the cos squared. So you can do guys. So first is that you copy cos squared t is equals to 49 minus 9. So some of you may ask, where did I get this 49? It represents 1 as 49 over 49. So guys, to solve for the cos squared t is you need to subtract the 1 minus 9 over 49. It's because why did I choose this? Is because I mean you need to subtract it because this 49 over 49 is represents as 1. So you need to solve for this. So the answer for this is that the cost cost no I mean there's a square cost t cost to 40 over 49. So this is how you solve for the cos squared. You need to subtract. So let's proceed for the find the cost. Find the cost t. Wait, cost times t is equals to negative square root of 40 So guys, as you can see, you need to solve for this, and is equals to this negative, then over here the I know no wait guys, wrong. You should put this in the top. Well, here you should put 40. 40. I know. What the fudge? 40. It's hard, guys, because I don't have any mouse. It's hard for me to edit this 7. This is how you do it, guys. So this is the final answer. Negative the square root of 40 over 7. And now let's proceed for the fifth. For the simplify the radical. So to do this is you need to simplify the 40 for the 40 square 40 as for square root of 4. This is 4, guys. Point should point, this is the point, guys. Then because you can you can times the 4 times 10 is equals to 40 is equals to 2 and 10. So the final answer is that the cost is equals to the negative 2 10 over 7. So this is the final answer, yes. Wait lang, guys. Let's proceed for the second one here. Suited for the domain and range. So for the domain and range, actually I don't have any example for this, but I have example, but it's a lot, and I'm just gonna go with one. So domain range is the trigonometry functions are based on a unit circle which allows them to handle any input value. So domain, guys, is all real numbers. So the example of real numbers is negative, infinite, and positive, infinite. So the input of the trigonometry function is an angle of often represents as t or theta. Then, because you can rotate around the circle infinitely in either direction, positive or negative, there is no limit to what the angle can be. And for range is negative 1 and 1. So the output of the coordinates of on the unit, the circle, since the circle has the radius of 1, the x or cosine and y is sine, the values can never go above 1 or below negative 1. So the periodicity, the the slide notes that sin times theta plus 2 pi is equals to sin theta, and cos theta times cos times theta plus 2 pi is equals to cos t, cos theta, I mean. So this means that these functions are periodic every time you can complete a full rotation of 2 pi radius of 300 or 360 degrees. The values that repeat exactly this creates the wave like pattern seen in the graphic on the side. So I have the example, guys. Wait, I'm gonna add some. No, just gonna add put here. So wait, guys. I'm gonna put here the text. I know. I mean the. So for here is the angle. I know. I mean it's ugly. Let's add text na lang, guys. So angle theta. Here, you put angle theta here. Oh, why is it angel? Angle. The function. And the output is the explanation. Explanation. Yeah. So let's proceed, guys. So in angle, we have, for example, we had the zero. So the function of this is sin times 0. Sine. So the output is 0. So the explanation is within the range. So here, guys, you can see within the range now. Let's put within the range, -1 and 1. Let's proceed for another example. The 90 degrees. The 90 degrees. So for the 90 degrees, you need to put the sign. Sine is equals to. So if you don't know the value of the 90 degrees, it's pi over over 2. So that's the 90 degrees, guys. So the output of this is 1. So the answer for this is the maximum value of the range. So here is it, the maximum range. So this is our the example. So let's proceed to ano. So in a real world application, think of a Ferris wheel. The domain, the time the wheel has been spinning and can go on forever, while range your height above the ground. You will always be between the bottom of the wheel, or 0 feet, and the top the wheel, which is 100 feet. You will never go higher than the top or lower than the bottom. Periodicity: every time the wheel makes one full circle, you can return to the exact same height you were at before. So that's all, guys. Thank you for everything. I hope you have a good day and thank you for listening to me. Bye.